Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be painting the weapons rack from HeroQuest. As you can see, I've already cleaned it in a soapy water solution, left it to dry and primed it with white spray paint. First colour up is going to be Caribbean Ocean, which is a nice light blue colour, and I'm going to use it to paint the kite shield. I'm going to try not to hit the dragon design, which is raised and embossed on the front of the shield. If I do hit it, I'll just come back at a later time with some white and fix it. Just be as steady as you can. This paint flows quite well, there's no issues with it clogging or being too thick. The next colour up is going to be Shamrock Green. I'm going to use it to paint the shield on the other side of the weapons rack. Again, trying to leave the embossed pattern in the centre free from paint. Trying to keep it white for the time being anyway. Trying to be as neat as possible, but any mistakes can be corrected later. The next colour up is going to be Broadsword Silver. I'm going to start using this to pick out some of the various weapons and chains that I wish to be in a silver to metal colour. In the end, I decided to pick out one of the broadswords and an axe head with this silver colour. I also painted the rim round the side of the shields. The next colour I'm going to use is Talos Bronze. Again, just trying to add some variety to the weapons in the weapons rack. I'm going to pick out the curved scimitar type sword and the mace head and the morning star head with the bronze. Remembering, of course, to flip the weapons rack over and paint the backs as well. Remember, the back of the weapons rack is going to be just as visible as the front, as the board is not 3D, there are no walls. Next up, I'm going to be using Hoplight Gold. I won't use this colour too extensively here, as I don't want the weapons to appear too ornate and give characters too much false hope that they're going to find some glorious artifact, sword or weapon every time they see the weapons rack. It's more likely to be a useless, rusty piece of junk. Next up, I'm going to use this Gunner Camo colour. It's almost a browny green. I'm going to use it on the hilt of the halberd and the shaft, and I think it kind of gives it a dirty, old effect. I'm also going to use it on the morning star shaft between the grip and the chain. Next up is going to be Desolate Brown. and I'm just going to keep it very simple and use it on one of the hand grips of one of the weapons. I think the mace in the middle is going to get this colour, and this is just to add a bit of variety to the weapons rack, not have everything looking the same. Now for some Satchel Brown. I'm going to use this on the axe shaft, and I'm going to use it on the mace shaft. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. There's no proper colours to pick. I'm just picking colours that are kind of dark, but not unrealistic. I mean, you don't want bright red weapons. Maybe you do, actually. It's entirely up to you. I just don't. Now for my favourite white colour, the dead white. When I say favourite, it's the only one I have at the minute, hence why it's always used currently. It isn't bad, it is quite thick and does need thinned down during use. I'm going to use this here to hit the framework of the weapons rack, just filling in some of the mistakes that I've made. Inevitably you will make mistakes when you're painting, just always have a way to get out of it. Also, I'm going to touch up some of the parts of the dragon that I hit with the blue paint earlier on. And now it's time for my favourite wood effect colour, Ruddy Fur. It's probably actually very good for furs as well. I just haven't used it for that yet. I will when I start painting some of the miniatures, but I haven't needed to use it yet for figures. So it's really just going to be hitting all the white areas on the weapons rack. It's not hard to do, it runs very easily, it flows really well, and it's very controllable, this paint. I actually really like it so far. That's not an endorsement for Army Painter, by the way. If you've got Citadel colours or Vallejo colours or any other colours, use away at what you've got. Don't be rushing out to buy particular types of paints for this, but if you do have any of the speed paints, use them. Just some small details to do now. I'm going to use this Occultist Cloak, and I'm going to use it on the hilt of the scimitar sword, just because it's different. I'm also going to use it on the back of the round shield. Now for some Slaughter Red. I'm going to use this on the hilt of the broadsword, just to make it stand out a bit. Now for Ashen Stone that I'm going to use on the mace handle. Very simple and fast job. Now I'm going back to the Broadsword Silver, and this is just to repair some mistakes I've made along the way. Hopefully you've got a steadier hand than me and you won't make as many mistakes, but if you do, don't worry about it, they can always be corrected. The last colour I'm going to be using is Grim Black, and I'm going to use it to pick out the face on the green shield on the right hand side of the weapons rack. I'm going to do this because it's the same icon as far as I can tell as the monster saving throw on the dice, and it's black, so I'm just going to tie them together by having the weapons rack shield black as well. Make sure your brush has a good point when you're doing this. There are some small areas of detail that's quite hard to pick out. And that's the painting finished. Once you've given the weapons rack time to dry, you can pull out the varnish, your varnish of choice. Again, I use a Winsor & Newton Galeria matte varnish. I think it's inexpensive for the quality that it produces. As you can see, these wee paint trays, just a fingernail on the dry paint pulls it off and leaves it clean, and is usable again in the same paint session. And there you go. That's the weapons rack painted for HeroQuest. I think anybody can do this. Just pick colours that you like the look of, that you think will be suitable, and work away. I would appreciate very much if you hit the subscribe button, you hit the like button or the dislike button, leave me a comment and hit the bell icon, because I'm going to be putting up plenty more HeroQuest content in the near future and in the distant future, hopefully. Thank you for watching.